First question.
What's your favorite animal?
I like a raccoon. I'm really attracted to, like, not in a weird manner, but I like their sneaky
You laughed
nature.
like you were guilty.
Maybe
You're really
I am.
attracted to raccoons?
A little bit.
Okay, next question.
Not like really, just like minorly, like a little bit.
I don't know.
Hollis, Howard, and Zach, thanks for coming on the show.
Yes.
How we feeling?
Yes.
How we living? We're just living?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. It's been a while since we've done like
He just told me he's attracted to raccoon.
not in that way. I just think they're a cool animal. What's your favorite animal? If you had to pick.
Well, favorite means that you want to
Yeah. What's
Then-
the animal that if you had to
lose your virginity.
lose your
love
virginity
it.
to?
Human.
Cool. That's good. See,
that's a mammal.
the right
That's a
answer.
mammal.
That's true.
And you?
That's human.
Human?
No.
German Shepherd.
Okay.
That's not a species.
Yeah, sorry. Let me think about it again.
Does a German Shepherd have, is that the
Canine?
most alpha dog? It's gotta be, right?
No.
No? Where
you
you
don't
going?
you don't think so?
No.
What do you think?
Come on now. Think about it.
Corgi?
Oh,
Pomeranian?
what are the Pitbull?
Pitbull?
No.
The rapper or the dog?
The rapper?
That's the
Pitbull's
rapper.
a rapper now.
I would lose my virginity
Who's
to
been a
Pitbull.
rapper? What do you mean?
Pitbull's a rapper?
Yeah, right?
No.
Is that considered rap?
Mr. Worldwide?
He's a
Mr.
singer.
Worldwide?
He's a little
No, he's a
singer.
rapper, right? He's kind of like on some like speed rap Eminem NF shit, I feel like.
True, he is the fastest rapper to ever exist.
Next to Ludacris.
Fuck.
Interesting time for you guys.
It was so
Hollis back
interesting.
putting out music. Zach, you've been working together. What's been like the overwhelming emotions as of late? Like you guys have been working on a bunch of stuff actively, right?
Yes, actively. My overwhelming
yeah.
emotion is probably panic.
I can verify.
Yeah.
What are you panicked about?
Oh, many things. You want me to list them?
Yeah.
Okay, car, house. Getting my meds filled.
Uh-huh.
They hate filling your meds here, California.
Did they
hate it.
not where you're from, or it was different?
Well, California is like you need a psychiatrist and a therapist.
I didn't know that. You
And
have both?
my psychiatrist is sorry, Brittany, but
Sorry, Brittany.
I call our appointments are every 3 months, and it's like it's just 2 minutes. She's like, "You like your Adderall?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay, bye." And that's
What
it.
the
And it
hell?
costs like $200 for
Yeah.
that conversation.
No.
That's good at least.
Yeah, I remember.
None of that.
I went. I had. It was like I thought I had COVID, and I went to go get a test.
Psychiatrist?
No, not a psychiatrist. But I went to go get a test because my job wouldn't let me get off my work with like a regular test, right?
What?
I had to get like one of the PV whatever tests, like one of the full ones, like the expanded version,
yeah.
whatever it was. They charged me $300 just go in and give me the test.
Well, did your work cover it?
No, which is crazy, right?
You can sue them.
Can you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You should sue them.
It's low-key too late now. I feel like I don't work there anymore.
No, 6
I can go
years.
back and
Was
like.
this at the movie theater?
No, this is Benihana.
Oh, you can
Okay.
sue
Yeah.
them. You can sue them big.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're up. I didn't know that.
You should do like class action against the Benihana
Yeah.
Corporation.
Did
And
you
you
know
should-
Steve Aoki's son owns Benihana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, his dad.
Or his dad. His dad.
Yeah,
yeah, his dad. I should have known that.
He
yeah.
is Benny.
He is the Benny of the
He
Hana.
is
Yeah,
Benny
he is
Hanna.
Benny.
That's his name.
We were talking before, like, it was funny because reaching in and learning all this about you, I didn't know, like, prior. That,
Learning
like,
what?
Just all the historical
Oh,
background and stuff.
God.
Oh, no, we're going
There's some
deep.
background I don't know either.
Yeah, that's what kind of where I was going with that. So it's interesting that we were talking about how like I just got into your stuff and saw there was only a couple things out, went back, learned that there was a whole era before, and Zach was saying how he didn't even know that. What kind of prompted you to take that whole hiatus and just kind of like stop putting out music for a while? And has it been overwhelming being back or exciting?
I think, yes, it's been exciting. I had to go away. I had to go hide. I was being tracked
Yeah. You're being tracked?
by the FBI.
Okay.
And I had to go on hiatus because they were trying to find me. And then because they wanted to use my music to work on Russian spies. And then I didn't let them.
Yeah.
And they were mad at me and they were trying to kill me.
But they were done? They never found you?
No.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I came back. And then I worked with Zach because he actually speaks Russian. So it was like he can translate if I get threatened again.
Okay. Sweet. Nice.
Yeah. That's the story I heard as well.
Yeah. That you just came back to escape Russian spies.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet each other?
Russia.
In Russia, yeah.
In Russia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, in LA.
We met in LA.
How though?
That's
Kind of just like Silver Lake vibes?
Silver Lake.
Echo Park.
We were in
Echo Park,
Echo
okay.
Park,
It's a small place.
like a Thai food place,
Okay.
Yeah.
On some Silver Lake Lincoln build shit.
on some Lincoln Village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach, you work with like a whole bunch of artists like outside your junior varsity stuff, right? On a production level.
Yeah.
Do you
I have an expansive network.
He does.
an expansive network of clients?
Like Frank Sinatra.
Yeah. Do you like, how different is the experience kind of working on your own music versus working with other people? Like, did you have to kind of flex that muscle and learn how to be like a collaborator in that way? Was it different?
Yeah, totally. I kind of like didn't do much production outside of the band I'm in, junior varsity, until like last summer, really. Hollis was honestly one of the first people I met that like made it really fun.
Sick. I had a conversation recently about how like being a good producer and just like even like being, well, whether you're a producer, an engineer, or whatever, like being a collaborator in that sense, not being the face of the project, it's almost as much by being like a therapist and kind of
It
like
literally is.
yeah, like bringing those stories out of people, you know, like
Yeah.
I think that's so important for a collaborator in that fashion to do. Like, sit down, what are we gonna write about today, what do we have to say, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's like songwriting too.
Uh-huh.
Because I had to do that for people, and it's literally like, what are you feeling?
Is that like a weird,
Just-
do you ever, like when you're writing songs for other people, do you ever, like, how do you get in the headspace to kind of like project like what they're saying into their song, even if it's not you? That's got to be more difficult than doing it. Is it harder or easier than doing it
I
yourself?
feel like people that can afford a songwriter
Yeah.
are pretty like
Like, used to
definitely
it?
had enough money to, okay, maybe not, but like they can curate their image,
Uh-huh.
and there's some sort of like, you can kind of be like, I know what you're going for thing before you go into the session. That's when
Gotcha.
you meet them, and it's kind of just like reading their vibes
Yeah.
and asking them about themselves and like watching how they present themselves, and then you can kind of just be like, I know they're gonna fuck with like X, Y, and Z. Like if I bring up motorcycles, they're gonna be like, oh my fucking god, I love motorcycles.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, let's just go with that.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's pretty, I don't know.
I would imagine it's hard to like approach their stories from a manner that's sensitive enough to where like they feel like you're doing them justice, you know?
Right. I feel like with that, it's like you just have to kind of be like, I don't know. You kind of just have to be patient
Yeah.
and allow them to like make the moves that they need to move first, and then you can kind of guide them and be like, that was your idea. And then they're like, fuck yeah, that was and it's like kind of
Like, hell yeah, that was my
hell
idea.
yeah, I'm fucking sick. And then, yeah, I don't know. But also, it is their idea. It's kind of just like helping them go forward. Or something.
Yeah, like you're almost like a vehicle to try to get their stories out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you feel the same way as a producer, Zach? Like when you kind of approach working with a new client or somebody?
Yeah, I feel like I do less songwriting than Hollis does. I do
Gotcha.
more like production focused,
Uh-huh.
but it's definitely a similar thing of like really trying to tap into what someone is trying to go for.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine it'd be so much more difficult. When you guys kind of started working together, how was that process like? Like, did it come from a production and co-songwriting place, or Hollis, do you like come in with the songs more, and then Zach, you build them out from a production stance, or?
I feel like we just like tried to figure out what we both liked doing,
Yeah.
and then like wherever that overlap was, we did that.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like we said similar work ethic.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just like really easy. But yeah, I did start. We started the first session we had was I came to him with a song,
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the first session?
Money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then we just kept writing,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really sick.
Yeah.
I got really lucky.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. And I'm very like, I think what worked is like he's very good at just like going and producing,
Mm-hmm.
and I can kind of just like write really fast. So we were just kind of like,
Those are two complementary skill sets.
Yeah, totally.
I'm really good
this
at
is
producing,
great.
and she's really good at songwriting.
Yeah, and then boom, and then no, like I don't know.
Imagine like a sandwich, and
It was just
Yeah.
like there was no like blockages.
That's the meat, the mayo,
like,
and the lettuce.
Yeah, the meat is the production, and
Right,
the
right.
and the mayo and the lettuce is
Gotcha.
the songwriting.
And none of us.
And the bread is work ethic.
Okay, gotcha.
The bread.
And the plate is like the studio,
Yeah, okay, nice.
and the restaurant is like
Benihana.
Benihana.
Oh, that was crazy.
Damn.
when you say like a work ethic thing, do you guys mean like you both just approach the process in a similar way? Like, are you people who write and create every single day? Because I know that's like a not a controversial, but like it's a very different thing amongst all musicians. Like some don't write every single day; they write when they're inspired. Some force themselves to write a song a day. How do you guys kind of look at like finding that work-life balance and creating that place where you feel like you can create as much as possible?
I don't know. I don't really write every day.
I'm either writing for myself or someone else every day.
Yeah.
I would write every day if I could.
Gotcha.
Like, I just don't have sessions every day because I have to work a lot.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Eventually, I'd like to write every day.
Do you ever feel like, since you're kind of working on music every single day, do you ever feel like you get to a place where, like, you not outlive, but you run out of things to talk about when, like, opposed to if you wrote, I suppose, like, every couple days or whatever, you have different experiences?
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes that's, like, the drawback of doing music full-time is, like, you do too much music.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the benefit of having, like, another job that's outside of music.
Yeah. I totally feel that, dude. I feel like when for a long time, like all I ever wanted to do was to like make this my job. And then when I did it, I found myself being in this place where I was like, oh, like I escaped the 9 to 5 or whatever. And then like in the past like 3-4 months, I've kind of like peeled back a little bit and turned music into more of like a 9 to 5 thing for myself. And weirdly enough, that's been more freeing than anything I've found. It was like I just tried to escape the 9 to 5 just to like go back into it and reconstruct what it was, you know?
Right.
I also feel like when you have like every single day to kind of like go with stuff and work on it, you almost like leave where you left off the prior day in a different way, and like you kind of expand on the ideas differently. That's how I felt anyway.
Yeah.
Are you like picky with who you work with? Like has it been hard to find collaborators and producers and co-songwriters and stuff that have like clicked with you and gelled?
I guess, I mean, I'm kind of open to working with whoever. Like I'll never be like, no, I'm not working with this person. But like I definitely like have a very solid crew that I kind of just like to work with. Like him and Brian are my favorite people to work with, and I kind of just like to, I don't know, it's fun when you have like a thing made with someone, or just like you have like, I don't know, chemistry with them. Yeah. Because then
I feel like you're really into like developing a core group of people that you like. That's huge. Like your circle.
Yeah. Because I think it's hard for me to do like the like session dating where you're like.
But it's like a cool. I feel like it's like kind of a novelty in LA almost to like not do the dating thing and like just like find a core group of people that like you kind of like
well, because
really
I like,
work with from like the bottom to the top kind of.
Yeah, and I think I also like I like producing too. And I think like it has to be a certain type of person a certain type of producer that like allows an artist to really be involved. Like, at the end of the day, like Zach's like my best friend, so we're also have that to root us and everything. So I don't know, but I mean like Gabe Goodman, I made Angelina with, and he's like the sweetest human alive. Yeah, and I love him. He's just busy. But yeah, like I have some really good friends. David Marinelli is really great. But yeah. I try not to be like all over the place.
Yeah, I feel like that is kind of like an LA thing, right? Yeah. It's like doing like almost like what you said, the session dating, where it's like I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna write and produce with however many people I can, but it is kind of like this weird novelty. But it's from the outside, I think you can always tell when somebody has that like core creative group around them, and I think that goes back to what we were saying before about community building. Yeah. Where like if you can manage to build like this tight knit community around you that like really believes in what you're doing, in like more than just like a work for hire type of basis, you know, like they're bought in on like a, you know,
manager.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's got to be. And also I would imagine, like, have you had any experiences when you went to the studio with somebody and it just didn't feel right? Like you can tell if you guys aren't meant to work together before?
I don't know. I feel like if I have the opportunity, like the like time slot to make music, I'm gonna make music no matter what. Like there's been times definitely where I've been like, this person is not understanding what I'm saying, like the communication isn't there. But overall, like I feel like if I'm given time, I'm gonna make something. And I think that's really all that matters. Like, I'm not going in being like I have to make the perfect song every single time. Like if anything, I kind of like to start off sessions making like the dumbest song possible. and then just go up from there. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Pressure doesn't help me really that much.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the difference between things like art and sports, or art and a regular job, right? It's like you can go into a regular job pretty much every single day and you're just going to be like there and you have to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas music is kind of this thing that comes and goes through us and you never know if like today is going to be the day when something comes out or not, you know?
Right, yeah.
Are you guys, so you're from Massachusetts, right? Or
I was born in San Francisco. And then
shout out the Bay.
Well, in Marin.
In Marin.
I was born in San Francisco.
I was born in Marin. Okay.
Thank you for the clarification.
Green Bray Hospital.
There's a lot of Bay Area people that watch this. They would have corrected me.
You gotta stay specific.
Okay, Green Bray.
Okay.
Marin General. That's where I popped
Shout out
out.
Marin General.
That's where I came out. And then moved from there to LA at 3. Then from LA, I was in like Inglewood. And then I moved to Connecticut.
Okay.
And then I moved to Massachusetts.
Gotcha.
Swampscott.
Which one of those places did you start making music at?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, okay.
Yeah.
So that's interesting too, because I talk to a lot of people who like obviously have moved here from other places, and it's always a different experience from somebody who like grew up here. Do you feel like you grew up like connected to the LA music scene at all, or did you still have to kind of like, you know, when you got more and more into it, go out and make a bunch more friends? And how did that process kind of go when you were beginning to grow a bit of a community and a group of friends here?
I definitely wasn't connected to the LA music scene. I mean, I was connected to the internet music scene, I feel like.
Gotcha.
More. And then like coming here, I mean, a lot of it actually has to do with North Carolina, because that's where like my whole family lives. And like I met one person, and then that led to another person, but I had like people I went to elementary school with.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just like built off of that. And it worked. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I kind of just go up to people. I don't have, like, for better or for worse, I kind of just can like be like, what's up?
Yeah.
Make music with me.
I wonder if that's like a difference in like the way that like somebody in LA versus somebody else grows up. Like, do you feel like you have that same thing, Zach, or?
No, I like am very insular. I feel like it's like almost the opposite vibe. I like didn't make music with very many people until college.
Okay, gotcha.
And even then I kept it pretty insular.
Was it just out of like you didn't find yourself creatively clicking with people, or you just wanted to make sure there was like a relationship there first?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what it is. I think I just like the like natural instinct was just like I want to make music alone. Like that's like what it was to me. And that's like I'm an only child. I feel like growing up like I just made music alone. Yeah. So it kind of just like always was that until like I had to like consciously be like, oh, you can like collaborate with people and like it can be fulfilling.
Yeah. And not insufferable.
Yeah. Which like didn't click for a long time.
Yeah. That's so interesting, because I feel like I kind of had the opposite experience, where like I grew up similarly, where like I was making all my shit alone, but all I ever desperately wanted was like get out of my bedroom and meet those people, you know?
Yeah, that was the same, because in high school I was in Massachusetts, and it was just like dead land for music.
Was there like nobody really around you that was making stuff?
Nobody was making music.
How that was that isolating?
Yeah, I just like ended up being like, but then it did make me like literally DM every single band I listened to, being like, make music with me. Yeah. So like it helped in a way, but it would have been cool to have people like in person making music. So I was doing things like I was like recording on GarageBand, and then like just singing over beats. Yeah. And like you can't really be like, I think the production thing for me is really important. Like I like to be I'm very picky about like sounds and production in general. And I think when you're like doing that stuff, you can't really like fully do that over the phone. Yeah. Or like online, because it's just like there's only so much you want to text. Yeah. It's really fucking annoying being like, can you change
the EQ? Yeah.
The EQ, yeah.
I feel like there's like, and I'm very much a product of the internet. Like I love the internet, but there's such like a stark difference from creating over the internet versus like in real life. Right. And I think also the thing is too, it's like there's very much a cap on the internet shit. It's like you get to this place where like, you know, you can make some really, really great stuff with people over the internet, but at a certain point you have to be like face to face with them, creating community, you know? Right.
Yeah, it's just easier. Also, 'cause I don't know. It's hard to be friends with people like really close online. Like I've had online friends before, and you like meet them in person, and you're like,
Like, what do we do? Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice making friends in person.
No,
sure.
I totally feel that.
Yeah.
Zach, you were saying in college, at some point, everything kind of changed and you started making music with people. What was, like, was there an impetus that kind of sparked all that? Like, when did you kind of begin to find, like, any kind of creative network that wasn't just through the internet or alone?
I feel like I didn't know that many people in my high school that, like, made music. I can think of, like, a handful, like, literally 5.
Where'd you grow up again?
Piedmont.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there were some of those 5
what
that were great.
What year did you graduate?
2013.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. 2023 is when I graduated high school.
Bay Area shit.
Yeah, last year. But yeah, when I went to college, I was like, I guess the first time I was consciously like, oh, I'm surrounded by musicians that are good.
Yeah.
And like, I want to work with them.
Where'd you go to college?
NYU.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Dude, I feel like everybody I meet in LA who went to college for music either went to college on the East Coast or USC.
Yeah.
Like, there's such like a network from it, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I met a lot of people.
Yeah. Dude, that was like, I've been having this experience recently, and I kind of had it when you guys came in. We're talking about being from the Bay, which I didn't know. There's so many artists in LA that are from the Bay Area that I just wish knew each other in the Bay Area.
Yeah,
because,
it's really
like,
weird.
Yeah. My theory is that LA is just so close to the Bay, they all just end up coming here.
Yeah.
And it's like there is no reason to go back and meet each other, but God, I just, like, my dream is to build a venue in the Bay Area. That's like all I want to do.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I love the Bay.
I love the Bay. I'm trying to move back there.
I would live in the Bay. Yeah.
You want to move back?
The goal is to move back.
The goal is to move.
Yeah.
My goal is to build a studio in the North Bay.
Okay, sick, dude.
Yeah.
The North Bay, there's also like a lack of stuff, I feel like.
Healdsburg?
Like Napa area, like North
Napa?
Bay? Yeah.
Petaluma?
Petaluma is where I want to be.
Yeah.
But I want to live in my old house.
Yeah.
I want to buy my old house.
That's my dream, is to buy this house.
Yeah. I want to buy that.
But then
this
also,
house?
Yeah. But then also a house in the Bay.
That's so sick.
Yeah. Like, I've had that pipe dream for a while, buying the first house I rented. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do.
That'd be really, really
Is this the
cool.
first house you've ever rented?
Yeah.
That's tight.
First house. Moved down here October of last year. So I've been here like almost 2 years now.
Sick.
But I love this house. And
Did you go to college?
I was in community college and I dropped out.
Hell yeah. Where?
DVC in Pleasant Hill.
I went to Santa Monica Community College for 2 months.
Nice.
So
yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I was there for like 8 months, and then like I got to this point. There was like one very specific month where I did like 17 interviews that month.
Yeah.
And it pretty much got to the point where it was either like I keep doing this or I drop out. But I just never made the choice.
Yeah.
So I never dropped out. I just like technically stopped going.
Yeah.
So I like eventually they like eliminated my enrollment, but it was only like 6 months ago they did that. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Did you have to pay anything?
No, because community college for the first 2 years in California is free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I actually did the same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
I just stopped going.
Stopped going. Yeah.
After 2 months.
Out of the places you've lived, which one do you think you felt most creatively inspired in?
Here.
Here.
But like the second time I lived here.
Okay.
Because I was like 10. But I mean, the East Coast is cool, but it's really bleak.
Yeah.
Sometimes, especially in the winter.
Uh-huh.
And I think just being in like a really small town that's all sports and very much like people that are generationally like there, like their whole family is from there.
Yeah.
And they never leave the town. Like there's just a sense of like, I don't know. No one branches out there. It's very much like just linear like paths for everybody.
Yeah.
And so I think it was hard to be creative there. But here it's way better.
Which I feel like there's like that exists in a lot of places, and I think that's why people are sometimes pushed to the internet to create so heavily, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like that's the only place you can find community if you're in one of these small towns with not a lot around you, you know?
Right.
That's like the LA effect too.
Yeah.
Like I think when you like me for sure, I think when I moved here, like I found for the first time in my life like a ton of creative individuals like in person, really to build a community with.
Yeah. And
that was like such an overwhelming feeling, you know?
Yeah. It's really, really exciting.
Yeah.
That was like when I found Brian and Zach, I was kind of like on a high.
Uh-huh.
But it also like it has its downfalls too, because then you're kind of like really reliant on, I don't know, like constantly. It's like, I don't know how to explain this, but like I think the like excitement of being in the area where like all the stuff is happening can kind of get hard. It can be hard.
Yeah.
Like has a like flip side, because
do you feel like you have to do more, or is
no,
it?
There's like it's like. Well, yeah, I guess there's the pressure to like have to do more, but also you're, like, and there's just like such a large pool, and then also, I think like, yeah, there's just like a push to like we're here, we have to do it.
Yeah.
and sometimes you don't want to, or like people are busy, and I think like that high can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, it's also I think really easy, really super easy. I think when I moved here, I've experienced a lot. Like, there's certainly this pressure to like compare yourself to people around you. I mean, maybe I'm just projecting that, but I think I certainly experienced that when I moved here. Yeah. Like, there's just, you're constantly like surrounded by so many incredibly creative and incredibly talented people that you almost feel like you have to live up to that at a certain point, you know, which I think can become super, super hard. Yeah. But I will say, like, on the flip side of what you were saying, there's definitely like a hunger, I think, when you're around that. But also creatively, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing to like want to have people to not necessarily one up, but like people when you're in the studio with them, like, I want to be like that person. I want to make shit like that person, you know?
I think it's good to have references. Yeah. I try not to have references that are, I mean, I just like, I'm first and foremost like a fan of music. So I feel like, I don't know. I guess I'm lucky that I don't feel like a lot of my life revolves, like I don't feel like I'm comparing myself to people a lot just because I like really like music. Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, I don't know. But I definitely have references. Like I think references are good to have. I just probably draw from people that are like a lot, like not currently making music.
Yes. So, no, that's super sick. Yeah. I feel like I can relate to that in a sense. I think like I very much came from just like a fan first obsessed background, and because of that I was never like, at least until the past like 2 or 2.5 years, like involved in like real life musical communities. Right. So all my references very similar to people that lived on like the other side of the country somewhere that nobody knew, and then you move here and they're real, which is a really crazy concept, you know?
It is really crazy. Yeah, meeting people that you've like stalked online really heavily.
Yeah. I feel like I live that like so often here.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
It's really scary.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you just tell them, then it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I think you gotta like I think
No, you can't tell them.
I've told them.
Really?
You gotta tell them.
No, you can't tell them.
What?
Yes, you can.
You gotta tell them.
You go, I stopped doing it.
Because if you don't tell them,
I have friends that like I DM'd on SoundCloud in 2015 that I haven't told them that I DM'd them in 2015.
That sounds like you're insecure.
No way.
I am insecure about it.
Why?
Sue me.
You gotta be a fan.
Because I was a fan.
Yeah, tell your friends that you like their music.
Yeah.
I'll tell them eventually.
When the moment is right.
Yeah.
When the opportunity for them to burn you is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
I have folks like I interviewed Matt Hansen a couple months ago, or I guess like last year now. Yeah. But I had like DM'd him for like years and years prior, and like I put him on like this playlist we did like 4 years ago. Like I wrote about his album like 4 years ago. Yeah. And then I ended up interviewing him at Outside Lands, and he like. So like we posted the interview, and then he saw all the prior DMs that like I had sent to him, and he just liked them and never mentioned them, and I was like, oop. Yeah.
That's honestly though, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Like I think it's really cool. Like there's like pipe dream folks that I've never met that one day I would love to work with or meet in some capacity. Like people,
who?
Like Cole Bennett's a big one who like I've DM'd hundreds of times since I was like a kid, and the idea that one day maybe he'll just read them because I met him or whatever is a kind of a cool concept. It's kind of like really cool. Chronologically meeting people, you know.
You're like, I've been working on this for 5 years.
Yeah.
Wait, have you ever gotten a crazy response from someone, or do you ever?
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love DMing people.
Were you like big in the cold DMs when you were in like Massachusetts and stuff?
I still am.
Okay, sick.
I love DMing people.
Just what, hitting them with like I love what you do type of thing?
No.
Not even that?
Something way worse.
Like what?
Depends on the person. I come up with crazy things to say to people, because I feel like it's like, oh, they're like, oh, you're so nice, I love your music. But then if there's like one that's like, I know about it, then they're like, oh fuck.
Like you threaten them?
No, you're just like, you're like, I know about what you did.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a threat, Hollis.
Yeah.
No, I'm just telling them knowledge that I'm making them aware of knowledge I have.
It's just knowledge awareness.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come on. And then basically they're like, oh, I wonder what she's talking about. I have to open this. And then there's really nothing else. But at least I saw that they read it.
Yeah.
Which
at least you know that they know.
I won.
The psychological warfare.
Yeah. I think winning is fun. Winning in that way is really fun.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah.
Do you think you got a lot from music school, Zach?
No, I got nothing from it.
Really? What was your experience?
That's not true.
Well, I made all my best friends there.
Yeah.
That's
except
what
for
I hear a
Hollis.
lot.
She's the only one that's
okay. Yeah, but outside of that, like at least curriculum-wise, you don't feel like you got a lot from it?
Not much. I mean, not relative to the amount that I paid for it, which was I can't say that number here. But
yeah.
$1 million.
I'll say that I'm still paying it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like it was.
They don't let you say it?
No, they let me say it. I'm just embarrassed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's $80,000 a year.
Damn.
Also, I was in the music composition program, which is like not really what I do. I do like music production, like recorded music. So I know like how I know like the extended techniques for like a cello, but like I don't like. I just don't use that on a daily basis, unfortunately.
Yeah. Did you meet Pharrell?
Pharrell was my graduation speaker.
Was that like?
And also I was in NYU when the Maggie Rogers thing
I was
happened.
just gonna say that. Yeah. Dang. Were you in that thing? In that seminar?
No, I was not.
No,
I was in a totally different department.
Okay, gotcha.
I was in the music composition department. They were in the recorded music school.
I've met a lot of people who say a very, very similar thing. Like, they go to music school because they want to make some resemblance of pop music, or they want to make some resemblance of, like, you know, regular commercial music, but they learn, like, Baroque, or not Baroque. Baroque
music. No, that was the vibe. I was, like, analyzing.
Barack Obama, too.
Let's go. I love him.
Yeah, he's a goat.
One of the goats.
Obama Street.
Obama Street?
It's a real street.
Yep. I was on it 2 days ago.
Where? In LA?
Yeah, it runs parallel to like the
There's a Target.
10 freeway.
Is it named after Obama?
No, it's unrelated.
No, actually, it's not unrelated. They changed it after the presidency. It's related.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I don't.
I think it.
I think that NYU didn't really do.
Yeah. I had a really good conversation with a friend who went to music school on the East Coast one time, and he was telling me about how, like, he felt like the attitude there as well was very, like, not really pretentious in, like, the traditional sense, but more so just, like, I'm going to one-up you, and very, like, competitive, and he didn't, like, relate to how that made him feel musically. Like, that wasn't inspiring to him, and that was a very interesting thing to me. Like, do you feel, how was kind of, like, the community amongst other students there? I know you said you made a bunch of friends, but did it feel competitive or did it feel more community-based? In
the composition program I was in, I was pretty checked out of that, so I can't really speak to that. But among friends, it was super collaborative. It was not competitive. It was like, oh, you make music? Like, this is awesome. Like, what do you know? Like, let's show each other what we've made. It was like awesome. It was great.
That's super sick. Yeah.
That's cute.
It's such like a split perspective on it. I feel like, I guess it is like ultra individualized, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like with the college thing for me, it did come down to ROI.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way when you dropped out?
Well, I got a job that I really wanted. I got really lucky. I got like stupidly lucky. Like, there was really no reason for that to happen to me.
How'd you get the job? Just internet stuff?
No, North Carolina.
Okay,
so like, that's kind of like what. Basically, there's this guy, Ethan Schneiderman, who's a producer. It's really sick. He lived in this small town that my grandparents were from, and there's this one guitar shop in like within like 25. There's nothing else.
Yeah,
like, it's the only music place. And he grew up going there throughout high school, and I grew up going there whenever I'd visit every summer. And then Baxter, the guy that owns it, connected us because my dad was like, oh, Hollis moved out to LA, and then he was like, oh, you should meet Ethan, and then I was like, okay, and then we met, and then he had previously worked at Shangri-La, and then got me in contact with the people that run that place, and then they were like, let me interview you. I was like, okay, maybe I'll let you. And then I let them. And then I got the job. And I got really lucky that I got the job. It was kind of just like stupid luck.
That's how you know Cole, you were saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Cole was there. But it was like definitely a crazy vibe I was on. I went through like the worst breakup of my life. And then like started school on my iPhone and was like doing statistics and shit. And it sucked. Oh, sucked ass.
What year did you graduate high school?
2021.
Okay, cool.
I'm a baby.
I graduated 2020. So
that's crazy.
Gang.
That's sick as fuck.
So you were COVID era
It was fucking COVID. Yeah. I literally, COVID happened and then I never went back to school.
Yeah, same.
And it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I graduated with a 4.0 because of it.
Do you remember where you were? I remember exactly.
I was on Minecraft.
That's crazy.
When COVID happened, you were on Minecraft?
I was on Minecraft.
Were you social distancing in Minecraft? Not yet, no.
No. I coughed all over everyone. No, I had the mask on.
In Minecraft?
Yeah. I made a mask render so that I could have one. No, I didn't actually do that. I'm lying. I had the stock guy, but me and my friends would play.
Uh-huh.
That was the fucking best moment of my life. I know that like it's the worst time.
Yeah.
But I had fun.
I've been thinking of starting like a music Minecraft server.
Yeah.
And just get a bunch of musicians play Minecraft together.
I did that.
No way.
Well, I kind of did that. I tried. I did that at Shangri-La. I tried to make a Shangri-La server, and it was pretty funny.
Did they buy in?
Yeah, they bought in.
Oh, let's fucking go.
So we would all play when there was like sessions, and we had to like hide in a room. I'd be like, "You guys want to play Minecraft?" Or Bed Wars.
Oh, Bed Wars was so fun. Bed Wars is
fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is.
And I would stay up till 4 a.m. every night doing that.
Crazy lore. I was a top 100 Minecraft survival games player when I was 16 years old.
I wonder if we played each other.
We might have. Yeah, you never know.
Damn.
I'll never forget. I was in stats class my senior year of high school, and they came on the loudspeaker, and they were. It's so dystopian now to think about, but they came on the loudspeaker, and they were like, it was like the day before spring break, I think, and they were like, "Yo, like we're gonna extend spring break an extra week," and everybody cheered. And looking back at that now is like, so dystopian. Like, oh.
School's out for the summer.
Yeah. And then I just never went back. That was my last day of high school.
Oh, wow. I fucking loved that day.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I hated that day.
Did you have the no fail thing?
No. I mean, I actually did really well.
Oh, I didn't.
I coincidentally got on Adderall the same year.
Adds up.
And yeah, and I like lived my whole life with like really severe ADHD, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, you have really bad ADHD." I was like, "I fucking knew it." And then they were like, "Here's your Adderall," and I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah, thanks, doc.
And then I got super into school on my computer, specifically history, and I just like went off in AP history, and AP's like helped your GPA a lot. So like, AP history is my best subject. And I just that happened to like boost my thing, and I got a 4.0.
So your weighted GPA is a 4.0.
My weighted GPA was like a 4.2.
Oh, that's really impressive.
But yeah,
mine was like a 2.8.
There we go.
Well, we're up.
Mine was a 3.6, right in the middle.
Before that though, like before junior year, I had a really bad GPA.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really bad.
I feel like I've talked to so many musicians who share like the I discovered ADHD thing and everything changed.
Yeah, because it's like
amphetamines. Oh, that's why.
It's like meth, and they're like, "Oh my god, my brain works." And it's kind of weird though, because it's not. I don't know. Do you have ADHD?
I don't know, undiagnosed. But
okay.
Yeah, I've always thought I did, but I feel like I have this complex where I'm like, if I go do something and learn, then it's real. And until then it's real. But I don't know, at the same time, my girlfriend like keeps telling me to go get tested for it, but I feel like I probably will eventually, but I don't know. I've always had the hunch that I did, but I feel like everybody has that hunch, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't feel like it's like ruining your life, then there's no need to do it. Because I was very much like, this is gonna make me fucking freak out.
Did like the way you made music change after?
No.
No, it did that feel the same?
I felt the same.
Okay.
Like I don't know. I had no bad effects.
Yeah.
Except sometimes when you're taking it continuously, you kind of like, I don't know, you get used to it.
Yeah.
So you have to like stop. You have to take like tea breaks. It's kind of weird.
Tea breaks.
It's a little scary. It's literally meth. It's an amphetamine.
Yeah.
So it is kind of freaking.
There's like a lot of drugs that are like, isn't like Molly technically like literally like a derivative of meth?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, it's all meth.
That's so crazy.
It's all meth.
We
love meth.
It's all meth.
But I mean, that's good meth. That's happy meth.
That's that W meth. That's that good meth.
I'm on that good meth. And I'm on that good fluoxetine.
Whoa, what's that? Fluoxetine.
SSRI.
Type.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm on that Prozac.
Let's go.
Which is lit.
Zach, when you graduated college, did you stay in New York at all, or did you come straight to LA?
I stayed in New York for 1 year.
Okay. How did I was talking to, I know you know Maisie May, right?
Yeah.
I had her on the show
a
couple of days ago, and we were talking about how different it is, how people create in LA versus New York, and a lot of that is like literally the geographical barriers where like you're in an apartment, so like a lot of the production comes in a DAW opposed to like tracking live instruments.
Yeah.
Did your process change at all between the two places, or was it a big difference when you moved out here?
It was not that big of a difference. I've always like worked out of my room, so I was just working out of my room in New York.
Gotcha.
And then I just moved to LA and was working out of my room in LA. So it was kind of a one-to-one.
Gotcha, that makes sense. Yeah, I'd never really thought about the geographical barriers making music like that.
I mean, definitely like it was harder to play drums loud. That was like the one big difference. It's much easier to play drums loud now.
Are you a drummer first? Is that like what you started with?
No. I'm actually Hollis' roommate is teaching me drums right now.
Oh, cool. You were killing on the kid earlier, bro.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Yeah,
I was kind of shredding, wasn't I?
Yeah, you got to go hard. Watch out.
Yeah.
Did you, when you learned to make music, Hollis, like, did you start from production or a songwriting background or an instrumental background?
I started like delusion background.
That's how most of it.
I don't know if I like. I guess. Oh, I was in like a choir. I did like travel choir, like, and we would go to like Philadelphia and Chicago and shit, and just like harmonize. And I was an alto, so just me and the boys.
Let's go. You and the guys.
I'd sing really low. It was really fun. And we saw the Blue Man Group one time.
Whoa.
I don't know. That's kind of yeah. I guess that's my background. But I did piano lessons for probably like 2 weeks when I was 5, and then was like, I want to do a voice.
What was the hardest thing for you to learn? Like, was it the production or playing guitar or?
I mean, yeah, I did guitar lessons for like 2 years, and guitar I'm still not good at, but like I can write with guitar. But I don't know. Production wasn't hard because it's kind of like so accessible.
Yeah.
Hollis is a really good producer.
Hell yeah.
Well, I like Logic. Logic made me a good producer.
Some of my favorite Hollis songs are songs Hollis produced.
Really?
For herself, yeah.
But I'm really bad at producing for other people.
Well,
because I like this sound.
It definitely sounds a certain way.
I would think like vocally that makes a lot of sense, right? Because like if you're producing your own vocals and recording your own vocals, like you know what effects and what levels sound good on your own voice versus trying to do for somebody else, you know?
Yeah. I think I just like weird sounds. And I'm really good at finding weird sounds. And like, yeah, that's kind of my shit. And I just like distortion.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's like, and I don't like, I think like anything, like my voice, whenever I'm producing for myself is like through an amp. Like a really, really distorted amp where it does not sound good.
Oh.
And then like drums through like completely bit crushing them or something.
That's like
I'm
the
not
Strokes
really
did, right?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean like I don't know. I'm definitely not like a professional producer. I don't know what I'm doing half of the time, but it does kind of work out because of that, I think.
I almost feel like stumbling into that is a more exciting way to do it.
Yeah.
Because you kind of go in blind. Yeah. And you have to figure it out as you go. I think when I first started video editing, that was very similar for me. Like, I remember the moment when I felt like Premiere was no longer controlling me and I was controlling Premiere.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. It's like that moment when you can think of something and then you know how to go into the software and make it, you know?
Yeah. I think that's what I'm missing. Which makes me not produce as much because I don't have the fucking capacity. Like my brain is just like and so anytime I'm trying to learn, like I remember trying to learn Pro Tools and I was just like, I'm never doing this. I'm never gonna learn how to do this because I just can't fucking learn quick keys. But I do kind of work that out in a way because then I like don't know how to do anything and then I end up kind of stumbling upon a bunch of random shit that might never have come about if I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I actually relate to that in terms of like interviewing folks. I think like I'll go into something with a whole bunch of questions prepared and things to talk about, and then you stumble into something more interesting, and you don't want to stop it. You know?
Exactly.
I think that's like literally one of the coolest things creatively.
Yeah.
Is when you hop into like kind of like a pool that you can't swim in, and then eventually you swim to a spot you didn't know was there.
Exactly.
Like that is the most fun shit ever.
It's really fun. It's really, really fun.
Do you feel like, Zach, producing your own stuff versus producing for other people, is the process really different in that regard? Like when you go in to produce some of your own stuff for Junior Varsity or just whatever, do you feel like you know more of the sound opposed to when you're working with another individual?
I feel like when I do my own stuff, it's like more experimental some of the time, just because it's like there's more freedom to just like not. It obviously varies. Like obviously there's no pressure when I work with Hollis, but like I think definitely like that's like the big difference. Working alone, you can kind of just like do your own.
Fuck around.
You can literally do whatever. Like there's no expectation or pressure. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna like do some random shit.
I guess I've never even considered the pressure of producing for another individual, where it's like you want to perform for them.
Yeah, I mean, it can be like super experimental in like an equally fulfilling way. Like the stuff that like me and Hollis do, or me, Hollis, and Brian do, is like super experimental too. But like it's super fun.
It's controlled experiment.
But there is like another end of the spectrum where like, oh, we're trying to make a song today. Yeah. Like I want to like show up and be productive. And, like,
yeah.
Which is fun too, but it's just a different thing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And I feel like on the flip side, that is kind of present in the just like the studio environment in general, I would imagine, right? Where like you don't know how pointed you want to be when you go in. You know, you're like, do I want to go in, lock the fuck in, and just focus hella hard and make a song today? Or is it better if we beat around the bush for 2 hours and the process comes more naturally? Like how often when you guys are in a session, do you go straight in, you're like, this is what we want to make today? Or do you talk a bunch first? Like how's that process kind of usually go?
Yeah, we yap a lot.
We talk too much, honestly.
We talk too much. And then it's like, oh, we want to get food? And then we get food. And then we're like, Sam, are we making music?
Yeah. No. So we doing this today or not?
Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, but it's a balance.
No, we're productive.
We are productive. And especially for like, I feel like I have like freakouts like every 2 weeks where I'm like, oh, I'm not locked in enough. And then I'll call him and I'll be like, we need to lock in. This is so bad and dire. I'm going to fail music and I'm going to die. And then and then I'm like, I'm running late. I might wait. And so, yeah. But I'm trying to get better at that.
Yeah.
Because I really want to lock in really badly. But I want to lock in heavy.
I want to get dialed.
Because, I don't know. I want to make music every day.
But I also think like part of the process with anything creatively is that like stumbling into shit. It's like the beating around the bush enough till something comes out, you know?
I mean, one of my favorite songs that you've ever played me that you've worked on was that song you made with Brian that like you guys were literally just like...
Yeah, we were making like, for really crazy. We have this this thing called... I feel like this has to be bleeped.
At Interlock Band.
Oh, Interlock, yes.
Wait, what's the Instagram handle?
Interlock, the band. No.
Is it like a side project?
No, this is my... Okay, it is technically a side project. Interlock Band. At Interlock Band.
At Interlock Band.
At Interlock Band.
It's a side project, but like it's something that I like hope is not a side project.
I'll just say that
I would like it. It's my favorite thing.
It's in my Instagram bio right under Junior Varsity.
Okay, cool. There
I deleted it from my Instagram bio really dramatically because
you did?
You got mad.
Wait.
Said.
I was really sad because...
When did you do that?
Like
the last week?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like 2 weeks ago. When the allegations came out.
Oh yeah, a bunch of we can't talk about that. Yeah.
Whoa.
There's not actually.
Okay.
No, basically, my dad.
That sounded so serious. You said that was zero amount of joking.
I posted a notes app apology on behalf of our third member,
Brian.
but he didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't do anything wrong.
I just want to apologize.
We basically had a bit that was that it would be funny if we just said there were allegations and didn't specify what the allegations were about.
Yeah, we kind of threw our friend under the bus. It was maybe a bad...
Did he know?
No.
I don't think he... I don't
think he understood that we were making a joke at him.
He thought you were like filing something against him?
He understood that it was at his expense.
Yeah, because we were like, it's it's capital B bad. Like, he did something fucked up. And he was like, thanks so much, guys, for the support. And, I don't think he got the joke, because I think if he'd be like, no, I didn't do that, it's all a lie. But he was like, thank you guys so much. Like, I don't know.
Like, he thought you were praising him.
I think he thought we were like saying that something bad happened to him. And nothing happened, but we're saying
we were trying to get him canceled,
he
basically.
did something bad.
Maybe something did and you guys didn't know about it. So like, so when you came out, he was like, oh, they're so sweet. They're like,
well, we weren't supporting him.
No, we weren't.
We were saying he's bad.
Okay.
We're saying he did a really bad,
we're trying to hold him
naughty
accountable.
Thing. Yeah. And we're trying to
he must be held accountable no matter what.
He must be held accountable.
Yeah, certainly.
Because Interlock Band does not allow people to do
it's
what
a zero
Brian
tolerance
did.
Policy.
Yeah.
What Brian did. And before we were
given
keeping
what
his
he
name
did,
anonymous.
yeah.
What he did was unacceptable.
You can't accept that. Like, there's a
there's no way to accept it.
There's a barrier.
No. Yeah.
With Interlock, you make Interlock, and that we have standards.
You're unlocked.
Yeah.
You're no longer interlocked
we're
after
not.
that.
We're not unlocked.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We keep it interlocked, and with doing that, we hold Brian accountable.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I totally understand what you're saying.
No, I love Brian.
Maybe we should, Above the Bridge, should issue a statement as well. Just to make sure we don't
issue a statement here today.
Yeah, just to make sure that we don't condone.
Brian has done something bad, and we do not.
We don't accept
the word's out. Brian did something really bad,
and he's escaping to Chicago and New York.
And we don't stand behind what Brian did.
No.
Yeah, we don't condone it.
No, 100%.
Brian did something really bad,
and we're doing the work.
Yeah.
To make sure it never happens again with Brian.
Yeah, because it could. But knowing Brian,
we're gonna make sure that Brian knows better.
Yeah. And that Brian knows better.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure that Brian knows better.
Shout out to Brian.
Yeah.
Brian. Hope he's doing the work.
Hi, Brian.
So you said, talk more about the interlock thing, though. Is it like a different kind of music from the Hollis Howard project? Is it, and
yes.
Did you guys kind of just start it in the studio when you're working?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. How did it start?
Let me think.
Think it.
Okay, I was 5 years old and I was rolling around.
It's Brian.
How did that? I remember. Basically, I was like working with Zach all the time. I was like, locked in with Zach, and then that's low-key Brian. That fly, flying around.
Tag Brian and fly. Tag yourself. I'm Brian.
Brian's here in spirit. Miss you. Anyways. We were locked in, Zach and I. And then Brian waddled along, came into my life through my friend Blake. And then I was hanging out with him and I was like, Zach, you want to make music with this guy, Brian? And he was like, I guess. And then we
is that what you were like,
locked
Zach?
in.
I don't really remember this story. Can you be more specific?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
We locked in and then it was like this, like, oh my God, we're making something new and no one has ever made this sound like this before.
This feels right.
I think that we're crazy. I think we're fucked up. And then we were like, okay, cool, we're gonna make a band. And then Brian was like,
we can't do this, right? We can't.
We cannot do this.
We can't draw this, right?
Yeah.
There's no way.
That was my energy for sure.
Yeah, but then I made an Instagram. I feel like an Instagram seals everything.
Oh, yeah,
So I made an Instagram immediately and was like, we're doing this.
Hollis made an Instagram and then proceeded to shitpost on it.
I'm lying. I lied.
Okay.
I lied. I fucked up.
Continue.
We actually started Interlock.
Gotcha.
It was originally just us.
Oh. No, but the first song we made with Brian, but then we were like, it's just us, but Brian produced it. But then I think we were like, oh wait, Brian is the sauce.
Yeah,
Brian was in-house producer of Interlock at first.
Yeah. And then Brian
he was indispensable.
The Instagram account's got to precede the bands or even the music sometimes, you know?
No, the Instagram account is better than the music.
Probably more important. I would say Instagram, just like for culture, is more important than music.
Oh,
you know?
I mean, not even just for culture, but for
everything I do is for
Instagram.
Followers or social media points.
Yeah,
comments, shares.
It's for comments.
Especially shares.
Repost,
it's really pushing the algo now, you know?
Follow for follow.
I'm checking analytics 2-3 times an hour.
Yeah.
Checking analytics 2 to 3 times an hour.
That's a bar. I'm doing TBHs on my Instagram these days.
What does that look like?
Say?
Like and rate for a TBH.
What about rates?
I do rates too, yeah. I'll go like rate 8. We met in stats. We've never talked, but you seem chill.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about actually being honest in one of those?
Oh, well, it's to be honest. I'm
no, but what if
honest.
it's like really fucking honest? You're
That's
like,
honest.
oh my God, you smell like earwax.
I'll say
and
it.
I can't, and I feel like you.
But I won't rate them below a 7.
I feel like I feel like your sweat tastes like split pea soup. Would you say that ever?
Oh, split pea soup, sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that happens.
Would you ever tell someone that for real?
Yeah, 100%.
Or like, something about your eyebrows makes me twitch.
That twitch? That'd be a visceral reaction to an eyebrow shape.
Like that? Well, I don't know. It happens.
Wait, this is like the most honest thing you can think of?
What is like a real... Like, I feel like
it's like... Wait, what is the TBH thing? It's like... Isn't it like, I have a crush on you?
No.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if that joke landed. Are you guys not familiar with the TBH
No,
lore?
I feel like I do know the TBH thing. I don't know what you're talking about, though.
I think she's talking about TBHs, right?
Okay.
Yeah. But there was a rate, too. You know the rate? It was like for a TBH and rate.
Yeah, and then you rate them out of 10.
Yeah, what a fucked up concept that we never questioned. That we were like fully rating individuals like as people, just like on Instagram, and nobody ever questioned the like morality of that.
Are we rating their faces or?
I think it was just you. It was everything. You know,
vibe.
Like what are you out of 10?
Yeah, what are you out of 10? Like looks, personality, vibe.
Yeah.
And there was rate BMS, broke my scale.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. BMS sounds like PMS.
Yeah. I never got any BMSs.
Post-menstrual.
Sounds like IBS.
Pre-menstrual system. Oh. This guy
knows
a little bit about that.
That's the truth.
Type shit. Is there pressure ever, like, when you guys make something that's really, really sick, but it doesn't feel like it fits, like, the Hollis Howard thing?
Dude,
like, is it hard
that
to,
happens
like...
all the time!
That happens a lot.
But what keeps you from just being like, we're going to put it out, fuck the sound of it? Is it just, like, it's hard to stay
Honestly,
on one
nothing
type of
keeps
thing?
us from doing that.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do that.
We're gonna basically be like, we're in all the different worlds. We can do anything we want. I don't know.
It's like we try and make stuff for Hollis Howard, and then if it doesn't fit that, it's like becomes interlock. And then if it doesn't really fit that, then it becomes
something else.
Something else.
Or it becomes our split project.
Yeah, our split project.
Or it becomes something else.
Or if it doesn't fit that, then we sell it to someone like Doja Cat or something.
Or like Bill Gates.
Okay, nice. Bill Gates in the music catalog business now?
Mark Zuckerberg.
He's buying a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg.
You know him?
That guy.
Meta?
Yeah, Meta.
Mark Zuckerberg.
It's a big company.
Mark Zuckerberg.
The
one that flies.
Professional surfer.
Yeah. I saw this picture the other day that was like Mark Zuckerberg with a perm on like a Zoom call. And you see this one? And it was like when your 23-year-old creative director phones in on the Zoom meeting from Marin.
Mark Zuckerberg.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's been looking kind of funny these days.
Yeah, dude. He's trying to get hip with the kids.
Well, he's trying to make music.
No way.
Yeah.
That is like, why do these like businessmen like dwindle themselves down? Oh, okay.
I'm lying.
I was about to go on a rant about
it. But what
That's
if he was? Yeah. Maybe he is.
But
he would be a great.
But every influencer just starts making music. They do. They all just pivot to the music thing eventually.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast.
Is Mr. Beast a musician?
I don't know.
That would be.
That's what I'm saying. Is he?
I don't know. Probably secretly.
Logan Paul made music.
Logan Paul made music. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's every day, bro. He made that song.
Wow.
Disney Channel.
Do you ever feel like there's a pressure to not put something like that out under the Hollis Howard project because it might not fit like
every
the
day,
sound
bro?
You're going?
Oh
no, it's every day, bro. No.
I mean, actually, yeah. I guess like I have like if I don't like a song, I'll be like, I fucking hate this song.
Yeah.
I'm not putting this out. But like, if it's like a different genre, I don't know. It's hard. I feel like right now I'm. I guess you're always developing as an artist sound-wise, but like I feel like my sound will just be made from what I make because it's coming from my brain.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm being myself, I feel like that'll be my sound.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it has to be a specific genre because that kind of sucks because I like all music. So I don't know why I don't know. If I make a song that I like, then technically it's my sound, I guess.
Yeah. Mario always says something that I resonate with a lot. He always says that genre, or you said a good song sounds good in any genre. And I think that's like very, very, very true. I think genre is just an aesthetic choice. And I also think like some of my favorite musicians are artists that never ever feel like they can't go in a different direction. Like they can put something out regardless as you know that it sounds like them. Mm-hmm. Because I think you can make all kinds of different shit, but it'll still sound like you if it's coming from your process and your brain, you know?
Yeah. I feel like I'm like deeply twisted, so I have whatever is coming out of my mouth is gonna be interesting.
I feel
not
that.
interesting, but I
think it's interesting.
It'll be exclusive to my head.
Do you guys feel like you make a ton of stuff in the studio that never comes out? Like, do you feel like you're a perfectionist with a lot of stuff? Like, are you the type of duo to hanker around on like very, very specific details, or will you kind of just like finish a song and be like, this one was good, and then move on?
Yeah, I feel like we're not like Hans Zimmer.
We're definitely not Hans Zimmer.
We're not like Hans Zimmer, really. It only works. That only works when.
What are you looking at your phone for?
Questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hinge.
Yeah.
That's he's on there.
Did you think I was just scrolling?
I was just curious.
Oh no, I was looking at
Twitter.
Questions.
X.
Usually I have it on the other side of me because I'm sitting in your seat so nobody can see.
Oh,
but yeah.
Do you ever have to watch what's it called? Train Surfers?
Wait.
Train Spotting?
No.
What's Train Surfers?
No, what's that? Subway Surfers.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put Subway Surfers?
While you do.
Yeah.
To stay focused, you ever have to do that?
Yeah, literally, all the time.
That'd be cool if that's what you're doing, right?
If so,
you have Subway Surfers under the questions.
You're watching. You're like, yeah. So.
Yeah.
What do you do?
You kind of just made my biggest fear come to life. I'm always totally terrified that when I look down my phone, people are gonna think I'm just scrolling, but it's actually never been a problem because I'm always sitting there, facing how you're facing right now. My phone's on this side, so I'll kind of just hit and look real quick to go to my question.
That's like.
But it's like now it's exposed and people think I'm scrolling on Instagram.
No. It's like you clarified. It's
okay,
good.
Cool.
You should make a certain noise when you're about to look for questions.
Question time. What do you
swallow crazy? Like
that one was crazy.
Ew.
Oh my god.
I don't fucking like that when you do that.
No, that was crazy.
That was.
What do you feel like the biggest breakthrough in terms of like the Hollis Howard project musically has been? Like, is there a moment or a lesson or something you learned that really, really changed the way that you looked at everything? Like, do you feel like there's a moment where you found something?
Probably meeting Zach. Honestly.
That's too high pressure. Choose something else.
Well, no, I feel like that genuinely was it, because I was like working with people that I really like. We just didn't share the same taste, the same background, and it was like always trying to like mold something unmoldable, really. And then I felt like when I met Zach, it was really like just so easy. Yeah, like things just rolled off so easy, and it felt like I could expand there rather than feel like stuck. So I don't know,
which is scary. I think like the people are really, and myself included in this, I think a lot of people creatively fear the backwards motion, but the backwards motion is sometimes way better than stagnation. Yeah. You know, you kind of have to deconstruct. I hate being stagnant. Yeah, I feel the same way.
That's like the worst.
That's kind of like some words of wisdom type shit.
Yeah, well, I just think like, I don't know, I guess my personal life, I just feel like there's been points where like I just tried to force something creatively for so long, and then the moment it worked was when I realized that it wasn't working.
Like, oh, darn it.
Yeah, where you take a step back. You know what I mean?
I'm going to think about that after this interview.
Zoom out.
Hell yeah.
I think that's real.
Yeah.
Do a little zoom out.
Do you relate to that?
Yeah.
Do you feel similarly?
Not necessarily, but I think that...
Oh, why do you disagree?
No, I don't disagree. I just think it's a cool concept. Yeah. I definitely feel like stagnation's like a bad place to be.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like if you're hitting a wall, like generally the way is there's like something you got to deconstruct. Yeah. Or like something's not working. Like something fundamental's not working. You got to like move around the wall in some way.
And I think a lot of that's personal. At least it was for me, for sure. Like there'll be moments where like my ego tells me I don't want to stop doing something because I think it'll work, but it's just not working. Yeah. It's really hard to get in that place where like, okay, I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to make this work no matter what. Or vice versa, sorry. Take a step back, like this isn't working, so I'm going to try something else, you know? Yeah. Do you feel like in your career so far, you've had points where you took a step back and it helped? Or do you feel like it just kind of been moving forward always? Like, what do you think?
I'm always taking steps back. My whole career has just been me stepping backwards, honestly.
Really?
He's low-key reversing.
Yeah.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
What do you mean by reversing?
No, I'm just kidding. But I do think I take a lot of steps back.
He's like James and the Giant, or not James and the Giant Peach. What's the kid that was born an old man?
Benjamin Button.
Benjamin Button, yeah.
That's him.
Benjamin Button shit.
That's him.
I think like that moment though, I think when you find that place where there's like that creative breakthrough and you're no longer stepping back and you just get to move forward again is probably the most exciting place to be creatively.
It's like you're just kind of like letting it.
Yeah.
You're letting the thing happen that you needed to happen, kind of. I do feel like a lot of the time, like it is forcing it to try and be like, I don't know. I feel like you hit a lot of points. I'm sure you relate. Or maybe not, but
I
where
cut
you're
all
just
my
like,
hair off because of that.
Yeah. That's a perfect example.
Yeah. You kind of have to be like.
Sometimes you have to cut all your hair off.
Yeah.
Well, you just have to be like, if everything is fucking like railing you in the face, then you have to kind of go with it.
Yeah.
You have to be like, oh, actually, I like this all of a sudden. And then it's like, I don't know. I guess it's like playing hard to get with life.
Yeah.
Almost.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like submitting to the chaos can sometimes actually help you.
Yeah, like kind of leaning into it.
Yeah.
And I think,
like, okay, fine.
I feel like the biggest lessons come from those places too. You know, when you get to that spot where you realize like, oh, I'm fucked here, you know? Yeah. How do I move back and deconstruct what I'm doing? Like, do you guys feel like you often take steps back when you kind of reconstruct what you're doing? Like, how do you kind of change the perspective and get a fresh look at something if you've been looking at it too long?
I don't know. I feel like I'm actually like bad at going back at stuff.
Yeah.
Or like bad at like actually, like I feel like I listen to a song, like if we're making something, I'm not like continuously working on that for the next week. Like I actually have like the opposite problem where I'm like, oh, we made a whole song in one night, let's go next one. Yeah. And then like never really finish. But like then eventually we'll like get back together and regroup and kind of be like, okay, let's just finish it up. But like that's another thing that we do really well, I think, is getting things done is simple. We try not to like overcomplicate it. Like I don't think we have. Neither of us are like, but this just isn't right.
Yeah.
I can't put my finger on. Like there's no like weird. I don't know. Pretty chill about that.
Yeah, I feel like most of the time when something's working, it's clear immediately.
Yeah.
I think like the broader thing is like not forcing stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
where it's just like if
something's
not working, like don't, obviously like persist and like try your best. But if, like at a certain point, like try something else. And then like usually like I feel like music we've made that like has clicks pretty instantly. Where it's like, oh yeah, this is cool.
And I think moving on to the next thing is still persisting. It just might be realizing that where you were isn't where you had to be.
Right.
And I think those moments too, like you don't always expect them to come. And I think like at least for me, as I've like done this longer and longer, I've got better at like acknowledging and identifying like okay, I'm running into a wall here. Like I think I had this big tendency for a long time to just like put my head down and not think while I was working, but because I was working so hard, I thought it was
balance.
Better.
It's a really interesting thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there is also something to putting your head down and working for long periods of time.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a balance.
Yeah. It's like the one thing I think about a lot is like I'll get home late and I'm like, do I stay up and work right now? But I'm going to be exhausted and not really get shit done? Or am I going to go to bed and wake up early tomorrow and actually get shit done, but I'm going to have less time?
Yeah.
It's like that constant battle,
Yeah.
I like the morning working.
You got to just stay up.
Yeah. You should always stay up.
Yeah.
You do stay up. Stay up.
Are you a late worker?
Yeah. Are you a night person?
I'm like, I go back and forth. I think during, like, I love waking up early during the week, but I think sometimes Saturdays and Fridays, instead of going out, or when if I go out and get home, I'll stay up really late and work.
Do you ever do other things?
Nope.
Nothing else makes you stay up?
Nothing.
That's cool as fuck.
No, yeah, I do other things.
Oh, you're like, nah, I'm just locked in.
But I just lock in.
I only work.
But that's all I do. I just work.
That's fucking awesome.
But I also feel like when I don't know, I think maybe this is a byproduct of like working in this space, which is like technically connected to my house. Mm-hmm. When I am like trying to unplug, I tend to leave, I think, and go somewhere else and do something there.
Right.
Like it's not very often where I'll like just, I guess, chill at home. Like I'd rather go like do it somewhere else,
Yeah.
Do you guys work from your house too?
Yeah.
Work at his house.
Work at my house a lot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is that hard to ever like be there? Like do you ever feel like you have to get away to work or no?
I like rolling out of bed and like having my whole setup there.
Sick. Yeah.
I feel like some people don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a weird balance. It's like kind of that don't shit where you eat concept, where
he loves
I shit where I eat
all the time.
He loves eating his shit.
Literally.
Yeah, I eat my shit all the time.
Yeah,
I have a bathroom in my room.
Exactly.
You have no reason to ever go anywhere
and then none
else.
of his roommates have to see it.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Private.
Fuck yeah.
Very private.
Do you, I'll ask you the same question, Zach. Do you think there was like a big breakthrough or turning point in your career creatively? Like, is there somewhere you go back to and you're like, I think a lot of things changed when this happened?
I feel like there's like a lot of little things like that, like collaborating with people for the first time, like in college, or like, I don't know, moving to LA and like meeting a community of people here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's like lots of little things. Yeah. Not one big thing.
The community one makes a lot of sense, I think. And also I think the community one forces those things to happen. It's always this weird process where sometimes you'll meet people and you don't think they'll be like the biggest creative collaborators in the world, but they'll be somebody who goes on to like change everything that you're doing, Yeah. Like, do you guys have anybody that when you first met you didn't expect to like play a big role in your creativity, but it just continues and it works?
Yeah.
Literally him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, sick.
I feel like...
That's sick.
Well, because I sent you a Dropbox of like the worst music ever.
And what was your reaction?
Yeah.
He went...
I didn't like a lot of it, but it was like very clear that there was like a core of talent, like raw talent in it, kind of. That was exciting.
Do you get sent a lot of music to work on?
By people?
Yeah.
Not like a huge quantity.
Not by people. But
not
other
by people.
Things, but by other things.
By animals.
Yeah.
Raccoons.
By animals, by AI, by Santa Claus.
By Santa Claus.
Mark Wahlberg.
What?
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
Love that guy.
Bird.
Do you like, what do you look for, you think, amongst people you want to work with? Like, is it more a personal thing or more a sound thing?
I feel like wait, what were the two options? More
of a personal thing, like amongst the person, than their like personality, or a more musical thing?
I feel like it's both.
It's both. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, does this person have the thing.
The sauce, yeah.
Is this person a sicko?
Yeah.
And then also it's like, is this person like sick at music?
The sicko thing's interesting. Is that like a work ethic thing?
I feel like you have to be a sicko a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
You know when you meet someone, you're like, oh yeah, this person's a
Define
sicko.
that.
Yes.
Like it's like it's like it factor, you know?
Yeah, but sometimes like the it factor is so it looks so many different ways. Like sometimes I feel like I've met people where I'm like, you're a sicko, but it's because you never talk, and I know that you're locked in and doing
or like
this
a
one
freak
thing.
Factor.
Yeah, or like they're like your personality is so out there that like there's no way you're not gonna succeed. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like that. I think people who I feel that way the most about are folks I've met who I just think like there's no way you will ever stop until this works.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you guys think you could ever see yourselves doing anything that isn't musical? Like, is there a part of you that would like to live on a ranch somewhere and do nothing, or no? Do you?
Oh yeah, there's definitely that part. I would love to just like fucking do nothing.
Yeah.
Not actually though. I'd feel really sad.
Yeah.
After. But I feel like there's definitely times where I'm like, I'd love to just like move into the woods and not have to like just take have a nice rain shower.
Yeah.
That like
not
is really good water pressure and it's hot, and then like I have a pool at my house and I would swim. That's what I think about.
Hot rain?
No, hot shower.
Oh, hot shower.
From my rain shower.
God.
But have you ever
What's
been
a rain shower?
You know about rain shower?
Is it just like
I thought you meant
the
like
one that's like
rain.
the square up shower head, and it's just like above your head.
What?
I don't like the shower heads that are above your head.
Okay, but I like them.
That feels like an LA mansion.
Because you can't open your eyes.
No, I like those, and then I like the two squirters from the side.
I've never experienced a shower like this.
I like a normal head height shower head.
I was in one shower that had two squirters on the side.
What?
And a rain.
Where?
In London.
It had two squirters and a rain?
Yeah. And it was just like
and you could like choose between them.
Well, that's a lot.
I like it's like waterboard too.
That's a lot.
I liked it a lot.
I don't know if I could do that.
I liked it. And then you walk out and and then I'd want to walk into the forest. And then I'd want to jump in a lake.
Gotcha. Do you feel like the pressure from music comes more from creating it or more from promoting it? Like, I just thought of that because, you know, I think there's that part of everybody.
Promo?
Well, no, not because you're promo. Just because there's
that. My promo is so bad. I can't promote my stuff. I feel like more pressure in promo. Promo sucks.
Yeah.
I hate promo.
Yeah, I haven't cracked promo.
The only thing I want to do with promo is like really stupid things. And like I would enjoy promo if I could do it my way. But I think I would have negative feedback.
Huh.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're also in this place right now for the first time where like the music industry is expecting musicians to be full-time filmmakers, and they're most likely just not. And there's some like incredibly like there's like the Bennett Coast of the world, right, who like are incredibly talented at both. But like
he's a film
guy. Yeah. But like that's really, really, really rare, and I think increasingly rare when the climate is more difficult to make music in, you know. But it's like right now, I think for the first time like ever, we're almost fully expected to promote yourself, and then, you know, even like external label marketing teams don't really know what they're doing, so the best ideas come from the people who are making the music very often, but they don't have time to execute them because they're the ones, you know, trying to make it. It's like that. How hard is that concept of like making the thing but then promoting the thing too?
Well, I mean, I think like trying to make it look aesthetic is kind of silly. Because it's not.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Wow.
But yeah, there's always like,
well, why don't you post cool grainy videos of you singing or play acoustic song?
And I'm like, because I don't know how to fucking play this song on guitar anymore. I wrote it like a year ago, and I don't want to because I'm gonna get freaked out because I'm not gonna get it in one take, and then I'm gonna freak out, and then I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, and it also feels like a misrepresentation because if a lot of the time when you're posting promo, you're like rotting.
Yeah.
In your bed.
Well, you don't want to do it.
Well, I'm like, I don't want to be like,
me in a forest. If I was to describe this place, if my music as a place, it would be this forest.
I'm a 22-year-old indie artist. Push some buttons for me.
Yeah, I don't want to freaking do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I made this, and I don't know.
Yeah, here it is.
Here it is.
But I also think on the flip side, it kind of, people, I think, like, it's really easy to think about promo in that way, but I also think, like, there's some folks for sure who, like, have kind of seen, like, I think Junior Varsity is as well. Have kind of got
they're
past,
really good. They're the best.
Got past the place of needing to, like, throw all the bullshit TikToks up just because you build a community. I think like building community and like people and like even just friends, literally just friends who like really believe in you and believe in what you're doing, that can kind of supersede the whole need to just force yourself down everybody's throat, which I don't think everybody has to do now, you know?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know where, like, it's a confusing landscape, the promotional thing, because it's like, are you promoting yourself to like go viral, or are you promoting yourself to like have your friends like it, or like what's the end goal? Yeah. And like, I don't know. If it is virality, it's like your friends oftentimes think it's cringe. But then if it is like for your friends, then the viral thing potential is limited. I don't know. It's like too niche or something.
And then there goes back to the point, like, is virality even like the most productive form of it? I don't think it is. Like, I think
long term not.
I totally agree. I think
I mean, the compromise is just like in my mind, which like I don't know that much, but like it seems like a slow build is like the happy medium, where you're just like doing things that like your extended group likes for like a really long time, and then eventually like it somehow connects with like a broader audience.
For sure. And I think that goes back to, again, just like literally focusing on the art first and nothing else. I think the promo can't be good if the art's not good, but like the promo has to be good for the art to be seen, maybe, but maybe not. Like, I don't know if we're at this place anymore where you can just make something incredible and it gets seen for the sake of it being incredible, but I also think that like if it is incredible and you promote it in bullshit ways, no one cares.
Promo, I don't know. I feel like my managers hate me because I don't do promo in the way that they want me to, but like it's funny. I like being funny.
Well, you're funny,
on my iPhone. I don't like being like,
I wrote this song about a time that I hung out with a friend and it was really sad.
Like, I'd rather be like, well, because I also don't write about that. And I like write about like I'll write about like the garbage, man.
I kind of am in the camp where I think like taking yourself too seriously is like one of the worst things you can do. I think it's like one of the best ways to turn everybody off from like giving any kind of a fuck about what you're doing, because that's all they see, you know?
Being a musician is pathetic enough.
What do you mean?
Like in a good way.
Oh, okay,
Like I think if you're like I'm the fucking man, I'm making music, it's like already like, no.
It's like, shut up,
That's really embarrassing that you make, because making music is like a weird like trip in a way where you're like, am I a fucking narcissist that I think I'm gonna like make a little song and sing a song and people are gonna listen to it 1 million times? It's like, what the fuck is that?
I kind of feel like
that's scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I get scared of that.
I kind of feel like it's like simultaneously the most selfish and selfless thing you can do. Because it's like, on one hand, right, in the selflessness, you're like giving people a piece of yourself that might be very emotional, it might be very vulnerable, and it might help those people. But on the other hand, you're still very often like shoving yourself down somebody else's throat in hopes they'll listen to you or consume your art. And it's weird because it's the first time where that's the way that art's been like pushed. It used to not be like that. It's the first time ever, the internet era, really, where it's like the promo is as important as the art itself.
I really don't like it.
Do you guys think there's still a landscape for somebody who just wants to make incredible shit and not really put any time into the promo? Do you think those people still get out?
There's this one artist we both really like.
Who?
He doesn't have a name.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, his name is...
He doesn't have a name?
No. It's literally...
Whoa.
None of the songs have a title, and the title of him is in Morse code, and it's literally just leads you to like nothing.
What?
But like,
on some Subi Club shit.
I literally don't know what his name is, but he's like it's my favorite song. He has one of my favorite songs ever, and I can't tell you what the name is because it literally doesn't have a name.
But that's the weird thing, because then you could say like, is that in itself promotion? Because it's...
I mean,
like,
it's kind of
promotion, but it's also like, you can't really tell someone to listen to the song.
No.
Like, nobody's gonna be able to... You can't. It's like, I guess it's promotion, but like no one would be able to look it up from this. So it's kind of like bad.
That person's killing their SEO. Like, you can't look him up.
He's fucking up his vibe.
But that simultaneously is like one of the coolest things ever if he was an incredibly live performer. Because like that concept of I love this idea. I think it's why I love doing concerts so much. It's like the moment. Like the moment that only happens live, that nobody will ever experience if they weren't in that moment at that time. Like, one of my dreams is to like throw shows and like have people meet like their like significant others there, or like throw shows and meet their best friends there. Like that, because that moment only exists there. It's nowhere on the internet, and it's forever, you know?
That's how I met my boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
At a show?
Yeah.
I met my girlfriend at a show too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And it's lit.
Yeah, that's sick.
So I love meeting people at shows.
You haven't performed a lot of the new stuff live yet, right?
No, I've performed all the new stuff live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the new stuff. Face to Face and Angelina are both in this set. And then all the things that are coming out next are also in the set.
Do you think a lot about the live context of stuff when you're making it, or does it come fully after?
No, fully after. I feel like, I mean, now I'm thinking about it, but I think before I wasn't really caring because I was like, oh, it sounds cool, but I was never like, none of those songs I can play by myself.
Yeah.
Like, so I definitely wasn't, for better or for worse.
Have you always played with a full band?
No. I make all my songs to sound like there's a full band.
Okay, cool.
Because I really like, all my favorite music is bands.
Yeah.
And I like kind of almost see my solo project as a band rather than a solo project. I don't really like consider it just me. So, yeah, I don't know. And I fucking hate being like, I made this song. Because it's like, no, I didn't. I made like the lyrics and the melody, but there would be no song. Like, I just wouldn't have created what this song is without him or Brian or something like that. So, I don't know.
Which is also a newer, I think, way of thinking about things. Because I would assume, I mean, I guess I probably haven't really been alive or focused on music in a time where this was the case, but I would assume there was a point where people were thinking about the live as much, if not more, than a lot of the recorded stuff.
Because it was live recording.
True. I think also there's certain people that like love performing music almost as much, if not more, than they do like making music in the studio. And I feel like those people are thinking about live.
Do you resonate with that?
No.
No? Opposite?
Yeah, the opposite of that is what I resonate with.
Like you prefer the studio stuff and making the process more so than performing?
Vastly, yeah.
What don't you like about performing?
It's not that I like or dislike it.
It just kind of like is what it is. You don't really get. Yeah.
You're just playing, I don't know. I mean, it's fun. It's fun because it's like with friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I feel most of my pull to music, it's like a specific kind of creative pull that like is actualized in the studio, not on stage.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider myself a performer, but I love being around performers.
Yeah. I think that's so sick now though that you can like exist in that fashion, because like before I feel like it was, pre-internet, that must have been like a very, very difficult route to take, whereas like I guess pre-internet people were almost only getting their stuff out there through the live stuff,
Yeah.
And I guess that's still where the money's made, but I think there's plenty of examples of folks who just like kind of transcend the live thing and don't really do it. They kind of opt out and still are able to like grow massive communities, whether it's on the internet or in person. But I think those folks have like a really, really cool like unique balance on stuff,
Yeah. It's like a newer thing.
Yeah, definitely. Like I wonder if, because I don't know, like I think there's another perspective though where it's like it's really, really difficult to grow community if you're not playing shows. But I don't know, I just think it's all about like the way you do it. I hate people who act like there's only one way to do this, because there's literally millions and millions and millions of ways to do it.
No, there's just your way.
Yeah,
whatever way you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you analyze like the way that like the 200 most popular musicians in the world right now got to where they were, it'd be in vastly different ways 100% of the time.
Well, and also it's like outdated ways, because all the people, like, they've been working for like most people, I mean a lot of my favorite people, I guess, like didn't just blow up. It was like trial and error for like 10-15 years.
Yeah.
Like Caroline Polachek was like
great example.
Doing so much shit, and like it didn't click until she was like 30. Or like
Tizo Touchdown. Yeah, he's like 30 or something like that, and like he's having his moment now, and like didn't really prior to that, but still making crazy shit. But it's I don't like the idea that music is a young person's game, because I don't think it has to be. I actually kind of fucking hate that idea.
I really don't like that. That's weird, because it's not. It has nothing to do with the physical shape you're in.
Yeah, right?
No. I feel like Bingo Gazingo is one of my favorite.
I don't know
artists.
Bingo Gazingo.
You would like them.
Put me on.
I'm putting you on right now.
Bingo Gazingo. Okay, cool.
Bingo Gazingo.
Can we play him?
Mario, can we play some Bingo Gazingo?
Well, how much power does Mario have?
Mario has all the power.
Mario, can you pull up a YouTube video?
Mario, can you put on Bingo Gazingo?
What song?
I love you so much I can't shit. I love you so fucking much I can't shit.
That's the title of the song?
Yes.
I love you so fucking much I can't shit.
That's a really good one.
Never
also,
had that feeling
computer.
No, never.
No,
not when you.
I can always shit.
You should tell.
That's sick.
Damn.
I love my girlfriend and I can still poop.
Okay, that's cool. Honestly, that's like
you should write a song about it.
Rogue. That's rogue. That's rogue.
I'm rogue.
Because
I'm
I
off
feel
the
like
beaten path. No one gets me.
That's cool.
I can't shit if I like someone.
Really?
Oh no.
You just get emotional and just no longer can poop?
It's months.
Months without pooping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We pulling it up?
Yeah. Are we pulling up?
Are we pulling up and sliding?
Are we pulling up?
Sliding on the song? Whoa.
This guy's 85, or was 85, and he worked at the UPS store.
Drums are crazy.
I like the drums.
It's like some Frank Zappa shit.
Yeah.
I think I got the idea.
Guys, he's got the idea.
I think I got it, Mario.
Mario, he has gotten the idea.
I don't know if you can hear me over the...
Mario, he wants you to turn it off.
Mario, I think it's good. Thanks, bro.
Damn, he hated that song. He made Mario turn it off.
I liked it. Thank you for turning it on, Mario.
He hated it so much. And
Songs in the Key of Z?
Yeah, that's one of the best playlists ever on Spotify. That's actually how I found him.
Never heard that playlist.
Fuck, what's his name? There's a really good guy on there also. Another good guy on there. And he
good guy.
Was really good.
Songs
Wait,
in the
can I
Key
look?
of Z.
I'm looking
Yeah,
really quick.
put 'em on.
Because this was like my awakening.
Songs in the Key of Z is a sick title.
It's the best Spotify. It's a compilation.
For all the like really fucking lame titles Spotify editorial playlists have.
Well, no, it's not. It's not editorial.
Cool. Oh, that's even cooler.
It's just a compilation.
Yeah. There is no cool Spotify editorial playlist.
I like Internet People.
I haven't listened to it. I'll check it out.
Cool. That's probably
Send it to me.
It's probably I'll send it to you. That's probably the only one that I think is like cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
What's on it?
Like it's like weird, weird underground rap that isn't like new. Like there's a lot of like old shit, like sesh shit on there, and like some bones and stuff.
Oh, sick.
It's sick shit though. It's cool.
I found him.
Who is it?
Shuby Taylor is the
Shuby
goat.
Taylor?
He's the goat. I can just play him in my mic, and also like
play in the mic,
and like Jandek, and there's the Shags, which is a crazy story.
The Shags?
You know about the Shags?
No. Tell me about the Shags.
3 girls were forced to do music by their dad.
What?
And they like didn't know what to write about or anything. They were like all middle school age, and they just like wrote the weirdest shit. And it's like actually like the best, but it's super like
kind of disturbing.
Creepy. Yeah, it's really creepy and weird. But
they were forced to make music by their dad.
Yeah. I will play that song. But this is Shuby Taylor.
Oh, this is cool. He's like scatting.
I think he's a big reference to Taylor Swift right now.
And like net spend.
Yeah.
And like Ian Dior.
Yeah, Ian Dior loves Shuby Taylor.
Yeah.
Actually.
And the other guy? Who's the other guy?
The unreleased net spend stuff is super.
Oh, the Shags. My friend Foot.
The unreleased net spend stuff.
My pal.
You got the drop on that?
Yeah, I mean, he's a friend.
That's my guy. Snare gunshot. This really reminds me of like Faye Webster.
Claro.
Yeah, or Claro, yeah. Or like Lil Yachty.
But then they come in.
This the Shags? I definitely can see where like Netspend and
I like them.
Probably like Two Hollis took a lot of inspiration from that, or McGee.
I hear a lot of McGee.
No.
What?
He said the word.
Hollis has a personal vendetta against the artist Two Hollis.
Why?
Because they well, you want to talk about it?
No, I don't.
It's because they share a name, and so Hollis feels.
No, we don't share a name. He took my name.
A competition.
Would you ever get on a track with Two Hollis? Let's say it happened, right? Crazy feature opportunity.
A diss track where I told him that
They're gonna have like a Kendrick Lamar Drake situation.
And I'm gonna be Kendrick.
In 10 years.
I think Drake won.
No, he's a pedophile.
Just kidding. Joke.
He likes little kitties.
He does like little kitties for sure.
But I don't. That's too Hollis. That's too Hollis' problem, not mine. I don't fuck with kids.
Tight shit.
I don't fuck with kids.
Yep. You should make it. You should name a song. I don't fuck with kids.
I fuck with adults.
Yeah.
Unlike two Hollis.
Yep.
I saw what you did at Tenants in the Trees.
Whoa.
Tenants and the Trees.
It all goes down in Tenants in the Trees.
I saw what you did at Tenants and the Tree.
Two Hollis. I saw what you did at Zebulon. I know where you've been.
I saw what you were doing with the help.
The mayor of Silver Lake.
I saw what you do with your friends, hanging out, doing bad things with your friends to help. Stealing my name. Stealing my name and my vibe.
Last question I wanted to ask you. We can go 1-2 on this. If you guys had like a message, like one message you could spread through your music, like something that you'd want to translate to listeners and you hope they got from it, what would it be? I get the sense this is going to be very serious.
Oh, can I do ASMR answer?
Let's do it, yeah.
For me personally, it would be sharing love and peace and gratitude.
Yeah.
And beautiful.
Bodacious. Bodacious. He doesn't have good vocabulary. My favorite thing is to spread false news, fake news
About Brian.
I like to spread propaganda. Yeah, I like making propaganda and spreading
About Brian.
Yeah, spreading rumors and installing fear into society. I like oh god, I didn't like that. That kind of freaked me out.
I don't like that you just took that off. That was crazy.
He's gonna do that.
Well, I kind of like that though.
I don't know that there's any one message that I would
No.
want to.
I have frog in my throat. Spreading COVID. I spread COVID.
I spread peanut butter jelly on my sandwiches. I love to spread peanut butter jelly on my sandwiches.
I feel the same way.
I love to spread.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like every song's different.
Gotcha.
Every song is different.
I feel like
Every song is different. The more you think about it, it's crazy.
Hollis Howard and Zach. I don't know your last name. Zach, what's your last name?
Michelle.
Russia.
Zach Michel and Hollis Howard.
Zach Russia.
Zach Russia.
Nope.
Thank you guys. This is a fun one.
Thanks for having us.
Mother
Always.
Russia.
Always appreciate you. Tell them where they could listen. They could find you. They could do the
Russia.
stuff. Russia.
Soviet Union. Zvedka. Listen to me on the show, on this show, hanging out with my bros, doing things that we love to do, cause we're cool and that's real, and I like to, you can listen to me on Pandora, listen to me on Shazam, listen to me on Napster, whatever is your jam. Yeah, I made that up.
Nice. Lots of freestyle shit.
She made that up 2 weeks ago and worked on it for a month.
Let's go.
That doesn't make any fucking sense chronologically. That makes
Was Brian involved in that one or no? Is his name Brian? Right, yeah, it is Brian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it though? That's what we don't know right now. That's what we're trying to figure out, honestly. We don't
Yeah.
know if that's his name anymore after what he did.
Big love to Brian though.
I don't know if we're at will to say that right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys.
Small love.
Thanks, Dante.
Thanks. I hope you have a great. I thank you.
Thank you.
I hope
Actually, also your questions are great.
Also,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I was gonna
And
say.
you're
I
a
thought-
really good conversationalist.
I tried. Thank you so much.
there wasn't a moment where I was like, "This is awkward."
No, there's no awkward moments.
There wasn't a moment where you're like, he's doing the podcast thing.
Yeah.
No,
you're-
I was like, I was
No,
in the
no.
conversation. I actually forgot we were doing a podcast
I
until
thought we were hanging
just
out
now.
and vibing. We're doing
Sick.
a podcast.
I guess so.
Felt
I
so
don't know.
natural. The conversation was
Wait,
flowing.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
This is a podcast.
Yeah.
I'm being serious.
It'd be kind of embarrassing if I didn't at least have an okay handle on it by now.
How many have you done?
This will be like 139. 139.
That's goated.
It's a good number.
Yeah, you have like a serious gift.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much.
Because I can't do that.
I think this is the one that breaks through.
Thanks, bro.
This
I hope
is
so too.
You're breaking through.
Breaking through walls.
You're the next.
Just like Brian.
You're the next.
Well, allegedly.
Brian is breaking something. I don't know if it's
Hearts.
probably the law, but
his lawyer said that we shouldn't talk about this thing.
I forgot about his lawyer.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Shout out to Brian. All right. Music matters.